2 guests have died after fire broke out at the Cameron House Hotel beside Loch Lomond. More than 200 guests were evacuated from the luxury resort after the alarm was raised at about 6:40. Police said one person was pronounced dead at the scene while another died after being taken to the Royal Alexandra Hospital in Paisley. A newly married couple and their young son were taken to hospital for treatment and later discharged. Police Scotland said the hotel, near Balloch, had been extensively damaged. A number of guests were treated at the scene for smoke inhalation. The 3 people taken to the Queen Elizabeth University Hospital in Glasgow were members of the same family who were rescued by firefighters. Speaking to the media gathered at the hotel's entrance, David McGowan of the Scottish Fire and Rescue said, "Unfortunately, and tragically, this has resulted in 2 people losing their life as a result of the fire. The Fire and Rescue Service's condolences go out to the people involved in this tragic incident, and our thoughts are very much with the family and friends of the 2 people who lost their lives this morning. The fire has caused extensive damage to the central section of the hotel. Our crews have been working tirelessly since 7 o'clock. We have 14 fire appliances at its height tackling this fire and more than 70 firefighters. As you can imagine, as well as being an absolutely tragic incident where people have lost their lives, it is an extremely complicated incident and fire to contain and will continue to do so. We will continue to work with partners to bring this incident to a conclusion." Chapter Insp Donald Leach from Police Scotland said work was ongoing to establish the cause of the fire. He said, "Police Scotland were called to Cameron House Hotel where 200 people were evacuated from the hotel, which has been partly damaged. 1 person was pronounced dead at the scene. 4 were taken to hospital where 1 person tragically died. A report will be submitted to the Procurator Fiscal." A guest at the hotel told BBC Radio Scotland how she initially thought the fire alarm was a drill. Ainsley Huxyam said, "As soon as we left our room, I just thought it was a fire alarm, just like a practice go. But when we left, 5 stairs down from our room, we saw a whole room full of smoke and flames. So we had to run back down the hall, chapped on everyone's doors and shouted fire." She added, "We got out within 5 minutes of the fire brigade getting called. And by the time we had got outside, the whole field was full of people." Staff who turned up for their shifts at the hotel during the morning were being stopped at the entrance. Much of the interior of the main central section of the hotel, thought to be the oldest part, was visibly blackened, with upper floor windows smashed to allow the firefighters' water jets access to the flames. The Salvation Army were in attendance to provide the emergency services with food and drink. One woman who works in the kitchen told the BBC News website she just heard about the fire as she was getting ready for work. She said she didn't believe the news until she came down and saw the smoke.